To Coventry Transport Museum this morning. If those people that don't know me, I'm the Chief Executive of Culture Coventry, the organisation that runs this fabulous museum, the Herbert Art Gallery Museum and the Lunt Roman Fort. So it's a fantastic opportunity for the museum to work with the Massey Ferguson team to celebrate such an important birthday. And for those of you that don't know, it's the 70th anniversary of the Massey Ferguson TE20 tractor, otherwise known as the little grey Fergie, which we're stood in front of. So what a difference between what the tractor used to look like and what it looks like today. It's a huge development of the tractor, as you can see. Before I hand over to the Lord Mayor and our other special guests, I just wanted to say a few thanks, because an event like this doesn't get put together just on a whim. There's a lot of planning goes into it, a lot of people to talk to. With a parade you have to talk to the City Council and the police and so on. So just a few thanks. First of all, I'd obviously like to thank Massey Ferguson AGCO for all their fantastic support in bringing this event together, particularly to Colette, who I know has been almost an employee of the Transport Museum over the last few months, as she's been planning it with my PR manager Clive. To Paul May for all his help in putting this together, and to Campbell Scott, who you will hear from shortly, the PR director for Massey Worldwide. To Les Arnold, Les is here somewhere in the crowd. Les has worked again, been very much part of the team, helping us pull this together over the last few months. And Les, thank you very much for your tireless efforts. I know the last few weeks has been a bit of a challenge, but you've got it, and I'm sure you're pleased with how it's come together. Also, I'd like to thank Les's wife Ruth and his daughter Catherine and son Colin, because I think they've been a great support too. Yeah, no, no. Les got me sat on the bonnet for a photo op, which was health and safety out the window. The Friends of Massey Ferguson, or the Friends of Ferguson rather, there's a lot of people here from the Friends of Ferguson. They've brought their tractors along for you all to enjoy today, so please make a point of talking to the owners of the tractors, because I know they're very, very proud of the things they've done to restore them. To David Walker, who is now upstairs, I believe, doing a talk on Harry Ferguson's life. So if you're interested to hear a bit more about Harry Ferguson, then please do make your way up to the top of the museum. to the National Farmers Union and Friends of Ferguson, who both sponsored the cafe vouchers that all the tractor owners have got today for bringing their tractors along to help us. So very big thank you from us and from Massey Ferguson AGCO for supporting that and enabling the tractors owners to get something from today. And then finally from me to Dave Willits. I'm not sure if Dave's out here with us at the moment, but if you're around the museum at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Dave Willits is a West End star. He's been in a number of operas and plays, and Clive, my PR manager, called him and said, how do you fancy coming along to help us on the tractor event today and do some busking on the village lawn that's inside the tractors exhibition? And to our great amazement and surprise, he said the one thing he'd always wanted to do in his life was do some busking. So he's now going to get an opportunity this afternoon at 1 o'clock to fulfil one of his life's ambitions. So if you're around at 1, please go into the tractors exhibition inside the museum and watch David. Kingsley, Harvard.
Thank you very much. Ladies, gentlemen, honoured guests and friends, good morning. Really nice to be here on this very happy occasion. It is the birthday, happy little birthday to our grey friend here. So happy birthday to this. And this one is the oldest tractor here, evidently, right next to the newest tractor. What a treat it was for me to lead that procession of 70 tractors just now. That's one more off my bucket list. The company, of course, began its life in Canada, but for us, Massey Ferguson tractors are synonymous with Coventry, where it produced tractors for 70 years, 56 of which were at the Banner Lane factory. And the Banner Lane factory was, of course, a flagship employer, employing at its height over 6,000 employees, and what a credit they were. And by the time the last tractor rolled off the production line on Christmas Eve 2002, over 3.3 million tractors had been made here to be sent all over the world and to send Coventry's name all over the world. The plant, of course, I must say, was closed as part of the rationalisation programme, and production went to France. And now, of course, it is a housing estate, but there is a fine piece of artwork there to remind us of what it's replaced. But if you do want to bring production back, we'll be very happy to have it. And isn't it good that our fabulous transport museum includes a fine collection of Massey Ferguson tractors? And today it pays a special tribute to a Coventry-made icon that helped change the world. Massey Ferguson tractors helped, as I said, to spread the name of Coventry and build our reputation for engineering and innovation. So it's fitting today that we celebrate the past and we also look towards the future. And the latest Massey Ferguson there, the RF 8700 range, and that's the biggest of the lot evidently, the 8737, is set to follow in the tracks of the Fergie and take agriculture to its next generation. I'm particularly delighted that this one is named the City of Coventry Culture Bid 2021, and lovely to see that City of Coventry sign all around that tractor. And the tractor will be helping to sow the seeds for our bid, to play a straight and true path for our message, and help us harvest the results and show the rest of the country and hopefully the world we are ready and able to take up the title of UK City of Culture. And in conclusion, on behalf of Coventry, thank you to the Transport Museum, thank you to Massey Ferguson's, and thank you all for coming here today to celebrate a special occasion in the city story. Thank you.
Well, just a very quick word from me, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. This is an incredibly important milestone in the history of Massey Ferguson, and I suppose to sum up what Coventry means to Massey Ferguson, yes, of course you can take the Massey Ferguson factory out of Coventry, but you can never ever take Coventry out of Massey Ferguson. And I think that we should never underestimate the influence and impact that this city, this great city, of Coventry. For many of us became our adopted home, what it has done for the world in terms of manufacturing top quality farm machinery, but also automotive as well. So my thanks on behalf of Massey Ferguson to the City of Coventry for the wide range of events that you've constructed this year to represent the 70 years of tractor production. But also I would really like to thank on behalf of Massey Ferguson many people who I see here today, too many to mention individually, but they include many people from Friends of Ferguson Heritage. We thank you very much sincerely for also carrying the tradition forward. I see many existing employees of the company because we still have a big facility in Stoneleigh, and I see many people from there, so thank you for coming. And then I also see many former employees, retired employees, although when I look at some of you guys, I can't really believe you're retired, But I do thank everybody, existing, retired, friends, for coming along today to help us support this great brand, Massey Ferguson. And Massey Ferguson is a business, no question about that. Our job is to sell ever more of these wonderful big products, but if you're associated with the brand, I think I can sum it up by saying it's actually a way of life. So thank you very much once again, and let's look forward to the next big milestone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Campbell. Finally, I'd like to introduce David Burbidge. For those people from Coventry, David is a well-known local businessman, but David's also the Deputy Lord Lieutenant of the West Midlands and is chairman of the group that's leading the City of Culture bid for 2021.
Thank you very much indeed, and good morning to you all on this wonderful day. Aren't we lucky? Thank you so much to both the Transport Museum and to Massey Ferguson for staging this incredibly historic event, in particular to linking it to Coventry's bid to become the UK City of Culture in 2021. There's actually a fantastic connection here because I can give you a little secret away. I'll be ticked off for it later on, but one of the important themes of our bid is going to be to celebrate Coventry as a city of invention and creativity.